Good morning. Good morning. Today I am doing the Rose of Tralee International Festival. It is set in Tralee, Ireland. It started in 1959 and it was a beauty pageant of the ladies from the town of Tralee. And there's a song, which I do not know the name of the song, but I think it's called like The Rose of Tralee. I've never heard of it, but it started out around all the songs and then improvised into this beauty pageant that needed to morph into more modern times. So now it's called Intelligent Festival or an Intelligent Pageant, but none of the ladies are ugly. Let me just tell you that because we were in a gift shop, not a gift shop, a tourist office in this little town, and it had all the past winners. It has since evolved into people of Irish descent around the world. You have to have some Irish blood, and it can be of any kind of ratio of any kind of other nationality. There's been Filipino Irish, there's been Indian Irish, there's been Zambian Irish, there's been Irish from the United States, from Australia, all over the world. I'm just watercoloring and adding touches to all these little castles I keep making. Oh, the little kids next door are going out on the jet ski. Which brings me to a new thing. I have a new segment at the end of my videos. Please don't think I'm crazy. Please take them as enjoyment. They're called Adventures or no, Tales from the Paddleboard. I have been trying to exercise every day. Look at my little sheep scene I made. It's simple, simple, simple. I have been trying to exercise every day and I'm using my paddleboard. And I'm doing like a little loop around our cove. Some people run a track, other people paddleboard. This morning I saw the craziest thing. I'll tell you about it at the end. Because if people don't want to watch them, they don't have to. So, anyhow, I am playing with watercolors here and getting into the flowers. And I use a picture from one of my husband's flower catalogs that just happened to come yesterday. Otherwise, you would have used a certain French flower catalog I have, but I grabbed this one instead. Thank you, Curti. Anyhow, so the Rose of Tralee is a beauty pageant. It's in County Kerry, Tralee, this beautiful town. Anyhow, there's this gorgeous rose garden in the middle of, oh, look at those tulips, in the middle of this town. Don't worry, I'm going to back up. That is an homage to the Rose of Tralee festival. And it's a huge event in this town, huge worldwide event. And of course, they had a statue because Ireland has a statue for everything. There we go. That's a little better. Um, and so I took pictures of the flowers, and there's some other flowers from some of the other little gardens we have been to around Ireland. Now, lots of gardens in some of these castle areas, and I'm just blocking them on layers and layers of stuff. But the Rose of Tralee was interesting, I thought. What else? And that it's happened every year, and it's like a huge honor to be the Rose of Tralee queen. Um, so Tralee, yeah. Um, we stopped here right after we crossed the River Shannon, I think. Anyhow, that's my Kelly Perky paper stack, and I'm looking for greens and oranges. I could go with other colors, and I might get totally bored. I'm about halfway through now with the orange and green combo, but hello, I'm in Ireland. It needs to be done, in my opinion. So, since what I'm doing is rather simple and the same things I always do, I'm going to start my little tales from the paddleboard early. I was out there and I noticed this bird flopping around in the water. And then I could hear the osprey over me, which we have an osprey nest right across from our house across the cove. And I was thinking that maybe they were all gone, even the parents, because I have not heard them lately, probably in like 2 weeks. So I was kind of like nosing around underneath their nest And even though it was kind of early, it was about 8 o'clock. Um, no osprey. Well, then all of a sudden I heard one and it was over my head. And as I was looking up and coming back down with my eyesight to the water, I saw this bird flopping around in the water. And I said, what the heck? And I was thinking maybe an osprey teenager fell, blah, 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 blah. He was caught in the water or a duck was cleaning itself. I don't know what it was. But I was going to go check it out on my paddleboard. And as soon as I got pretty darn close, a heron went over my head with a fish in its feet, in its talons. And I kind of got distracted because it was right over me. And I turned around when he flew over, and the duck flopping around in the water or whatever it was gone. I'm like, oh man, I missed it. So I started heading home, continuing my little loop around the cove. And I turned around again, and it was out there again. I'm like, what the heck? So I paddled around again, exerting muscles in my arms that I don't have, but I'm going to try to get some. And little by little, I inched up next to it. It was a fish. It was a gigantic, for lack of a better word, bass. And it was probably as long as our bed is wide, which is a queen size bed. It was like dancing. It was standing up vertically, and his tail was flopping back and forth. And all I can call it is a fish dance. It was wild. So hold me to these tales from the paddleboards. I'm really liking now how this is coming together. And my tiny bits was not tiny bits. It was what did I call it? I don't know. Tiny sides? I don't know what I called it. Anyhow, I really rehashed what's left because I'm about halfway through. And I have a lot of little topics that I want to do, like geography and history and flowers and food, things like that. So I kind of was sectioning off the sections that are left, and I rearranged things so that I get things interspersed. So I don't have all like sightseeing and then all the little side bits at the end, such as food. And I'm kind of grouping them off and numbering them. And this is why I put them on Post-it / washi tape. It started off on Post-it and did it like this. Because now I can rearrange them and now I have the whole map out for the last half of my journal. And I'm taking the ones that I'm taking from around and putting them in the top sections. And I'm labeling them M as in midway items are those other topics. And then the ones that are in the brackets are major sites that we saw, like the Blarney Stone and that kind of stuff, which we didn't see, but we were at the Castle Blarney. And so I had the whole last half mapped out and I'm ready to go. Even if I am on a paddleboard. I can't always take pictures because I'm afraid I'm gonna drop my camera in the water. But I'm gonna try to take pictures from the paddleboard sometimes. Oh, we had major excitement here yesterday too. While we were at the beach, across the lake, 2 doors down, a huge tree fell and destroyed this guy's gazebo next to their pool. So we missed all that excitement. Anyhow, and we just found out we don't have Bella this weekend. So it is what it is. See, Tales from the Paddleboard. That's me on the paddleboard. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye.